Well, with regard to the future of denominations, the simple answer is they are changing. The historic, what I call and others have called the formerly mainline denominations, have been in decline for easily 40 years. Some would say all the signs were there earlier. And as a United Methodist and a part of one of those formerly mainline denominations, we need to pay attention to that. What has happened, and why are we no longer have the kind of strength that we at least perceive ourselves to have once had. But I don't think it's all bad. It's not all a bad news story. The declines have to do with lots of changes in the society and the societies and in the world. And in part, they are a wake-up call to our lack of responsiveness to the deepest needs of people and the societies and cultures where there is mainline church presence. The second thing is that when you get a wake-up call, the cue is, do you pay attention to it? And what lessons do you learn? And are we going to only look back? I think we would be greatly unwise to think that our best days are behind us, rather than to be active participants in shaping a bolder and a more vibrant future for the church. There will be new denominations that will emerge in the church and in the world. And so I think denominations, if we only look at what has been, certainly have been in a downward spiral. If we look at the future, will there be denominations? I say a resounding yes, and for a couple of three reasons. One, denominations have to do with cohesiveness and capacity. Cohesiveness having to do with identity, with what is held in common in terms of the teaching of the church, the practices of the church, the liturgy of the church. In our case, it would be around standards. The other is capacity. One of the things denominations do well is to aggregate resources and then to leverage those resources to do enormous good. And so I think that role will still need to be played by the United Methodist Church, by other churches that we've shared the denominational journey with, and with other denominations that, whether in literally or in reality, de facto, have already emerged to provide those two functions, cohesiveness and capacity.